Hello everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of On the Spot. My name is Rich Gallup. How's everyone doing this fine afternoon? How you doing, huh? Do you know we've been doing this crazy gig for 2 whole years? It's true. Our first broadcast was live from EA Tiburon on July 22nd, 2004. To remind you how long ago that exactly was.
How long ago was it?
To remind you how long ago that exactly was, that very week, Nokia declared a $99 launch price for the N-Gage QD, huh? We all know how well that went. And Warhog announced new games, Johnny Whatever and Sticky Balls. 4 months before the company was bought by Gizmondo. Yeah, good, yeah, you like that? Yeah, good stuff, right? You know why Gizmondo bought Warhog? Do you know why?
Why?
Do you know why? It wasn't because of these games. No. It was because Warhog promised Stefan Eriksson that he could be their head of security and chief Ferrari wrecker. Alex Navarro on the rim shots, everyone.
Yeah, hey Rich.
Alex Navarro, how's it going, buddy?
It's going okay, I guess. So this is it then?
Yes.
It's just me?
Yes.
Because you said there was going to be like a band?
You are a band, Alex Navarro. Alex Navarro and the drum kits. Alex Navarro and the rim shots. Alex Navarro and the awesome setup back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, play me over. Do it. It'll be cool. It'll be like a real show. Do it. Alex Navarro and the drum kits, everyone. Alex Navarro and the drum kits.
Yeah, I did that horn solo
Thank you.
for my band.
Dude, your band is awesome.
Yeah, that's rude.
Great.
When's your new CD coming out again?
Yeah.
When's it coming out? This fall. New CD this fall from Alex Navarro and the drum kits. Jeff Gerstmann, how you doing, sir?
Rich Gallup, I'm doing excelente.
Welcome to the 100th episode of On the Spot.
It feels like the first all over again.
Doesn't it?
I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, except we have like 10 times as many people bringing you this very, very great show.
Yes.
We have a great show for you today. Yes, Alex Navarro and the drum kits, everyone. Alex Navarro and the drum kits.
All right, if you say it's a great show, then I'll believe you.
It is a great show. We got some games. We got some good PSP games. We got some cool PC games. We got Persona 3. We're gonna see people shoot themselves in the head.
Persona
you love
3.
that.
Dude, suicide is the answer.
Yeah. I gotta tell you. You remember last week we went to EA? We meaning not you.
Yeah, I didn't go. I was here going through your desk and stuff.
It's cool. Yeah, but Valve made some huge announcements there.
Yeah, very big.
Yeah.
Very big stuff. And,
Team Fortress 2.
Portal. Yeah.
Half-Life 2 on the Xbox 360 and PS3.
Crazy business from Valve. Just when you think that, like, you're not going to hear anything from Valve, they're like, whatever, they're going to make their episodic games. They're like, oh, by the way, games.
Take them.
Crazy.
Yeah. And we have in our possession on the site, I'm sure a lot of people have already seen it, the trailers for Team Fortress 2 and Portal that got everyone so excited.
Right on.
In case you haven't seen it yet, here's what it looks like. Team Fortress 2. Navarro and the drum kit.
Ridiculous,
Awesome.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Ha.
I hate you all.
If you want to see, thank you, Alex.
No problem.
If you want to see that trailer, it's available on the site. I think you can find it on the Half-Life 2 Episode 2 game space.
And that's where you'll find the trailer for Portal.
Portal as well,
So, yeah.
but you also find it later on in this very show.
What?
I know.
Oh,
It's the 100th
all right.
episode of On the Spot.
All right, cool.
All right. Right now, you have our first demo.
I do.
What is it, Jeff?
It is Tekken Dark Resurrection for the PlayStation Portable. Some people call it the PSP.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and this is basically a port of the arcade upgrade to Tekken 5 that didn't really come out in the U.S. And Tekken 5 was released on the PlayStation 2, and now we're seeing this upgraded version on the PSP.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How is it upgraded?
It has 3 new characters. Actually, Armor King is back. Armor King is returning to the roster, and then there are 2 all-new characters in the game as well.
Got you.
There are, like twice as many item upgrades for you to use. You can kind of customize your look and get little glowing auras around you, or you can, buy for Paul specifically, you can buy like a dog that just kind of sits on the back of his head.
Okay.
Just while you fight. Just weird little stuff like that.
Those like birds flying around her head.
Right, yeah. You can buy all kinds of crazy business.
Cool. Now, how does it play? It is a fighting game. It is on the PSP.
Right.
How's it handle?
It handles pretty well. I think some people might run into a few problems here and there with like the D-pad or something. This is the Japanese version of the game that we're playing here, so this has been out for a bit. For the most part, it controls pretty well. But like I said, there are going to be some issues with the D-pad that some people are just going to take a little time to get used to. But once you get used to it, it's Tekken, dude. It's like this is way better looking than I think I expected this game to look.
Cool. How's the multiplayer? You guys got anything crazy for that in there?
For the multiplayer, it has ad hoc play for 2 players, and I think it does like the same basic thing that like Darkstalkers did, where you can set up a lobby and have multiple players join it, and then you can challenge those players. So it has 2-player stuff, and then online you can get on and download ghosts. And what these are, like as you play, you can basically have the game watch how you fight and keep track of what moves you use most often, kind of your tactics, and it'll take that and kind of form an AI profile, and then you can upload your profile or download other players' profiles and fight against them.
So someone could hypothetically play against Quintuple H right now, and they'd be fighting against you.
Right, exactly. They'd be doing the same tired-ass 3-hit combo that Paul's been doing since Tekken 1.
Right. Has the game been stripped down at all for the PSP?
Well, if you compare this directly to the arcade version, of course, the arcade cabinet's a little more powerful than a PSP is. So you're going to notice like detail in the background. A couple spots like the pre-fight animation might not be as smooth, but in terms of like in-game action, I mean, it feels, and the timing, it feels like Tekken. It plays really well.
Awesome. You know what my favorite part of On the Spot has always been?
What's that?
All 100 episodes long.
What?
Have been the questions from the viewers.
Yeah, because it's like if it wasn't for that, why do it live?
Exactly. Everyone's like, is this live? Of course it's live, because we're taking your questions right now. And standing by on the standing set, Ryan Davis. Hello, sir.
Hey, Rich, how's it going? It's a nice suit you got on there.
Thanks.
It's classy.
It was a gift.
Real nice.
I got it for a wedding once. It was awesome.
I'm getting a ton of questions about this game. In fact, I also got one of the questions asking if the show is live. Of course it's live. We wouldn't say it was if it wasn't. Edgar Friendly from Abbotsford,
That'd be a
British
lie.
Columbia, wants to know how many arenas are featured in Tekken Dark Resurrection, and are some of them from earlier versions of Tekken?
I don't think any of them are from earlier versions of Tekken. I haven't gone through and counted. I haven't really seen the level select or anything like that yet. There's a good number of backgrounds, basically the same number of backgrounds you would basically expect to find in a Tekken game. There are a lot of new ones that were not in Tekken 5.
Next question, Ryan Davis.
Daniel Ladiano from San Rafael, California wants to know, are there any special modes to the PSP version, or is there only an endless arcade mode?
There is a special mode called the Tekken Dojo, and this actually builds off of something they did in the PlayStation 2 version of Tekken 5. And how this works is the game actually comes with a whole lot of AI profiles already in it, but then you can go online and download more as well. And how this works is it kind of just puts you up against these AI profiles over and over again. And you earn money as you fight, and you go through the various dojos. It's the Tekken Dojo mode. And you raise your rating in the dojo and eventually face off against kind of the master of the dojo and move on to the next one. So that kind of gives it, it's a longer and more compelling mode than the average arcade mode, which it still has, and you can still get all the whacked out Tekken endings that you've kind of come to know and love from the series.
Very cool, very cool. Now, the game is Tekken Dark Resurrection. You're playing the Japanese version, but the U.S. version comes out very soon, correct?
Yes. The U.S. version is out next week, so look for a review of that soon. And we expect that the U.S. version will be roughly identical to this release.
Yeah,
Just a little more in English.
I don't think I've seen too much Japanese here.
Yeah, the Japanese text only really comes into play when you're trying to use the online mode, and a few of the deeper menus use it. But for the most part, yeah, this game's pretty much in all English.
Cool. Well, I believe standing by, we're going to have our next demo. Should we ask Alex Navarro in the drum kit to send us over there?
I don't know, dude. He's kind of a jerk. Yeah, all right, yeah, let's do it.
Alex, why don't you send us over to Ryan Davis and Jason Ocampo for our next demo?
All right.
Yeah!
That was a totally unnecessary throw, but
that was awesome.
God bless you for it.
Yes.
I'm here with Jason Ocampo. Jason, how you doing?
I'm good.
You've got this game here. If we look at this game, it's brown, and so it's you kind of think, why should I care about this brown, old-looking game? But this is Narbacular Drop.
Yes, it is.
And this figures into the newly revealed Portal from Valve.
Yes.
Can you explain to the people like how this figures in?
Okay, Narbacular Drop was this project created by some students at DigiPen, which is a school that kind of, you want to learn how to make video games, you go to the school in Redmond, Washington. Now Valve is in nearby Bellevue, and they really like this game a lot because it's really a cool puzzle game, and so they got the guys who made it, and they created Portal out of it. But if you want to kind of get a sneak peek of what Portal's kind of like, get Narbacular Drop.
So you can go and download this right now. This is available for free on the internet.
It's 25
Show us,
megabytes.
I mean, obviously, I'm seeing here kind of like the basic Portal concept. What are you trying to do here in this particular puzzle?
Okay, you're like this princess who was stolen. You have to get out of the dungeon, but you're given the power to open up portals. So you just open up a portal where you want something to exit, and then you drop a portal onto something, and it falls through the hole. And the trick is here, you have to open up, in this puzzle, you just have to drop something on that.
So you're trying to get that block there.
Boom, there we go.
Hit the button.
And then I stand on this button, and the door opens. And then here's the next treasure. How do you get up there? Because your character's name is Princess No Knees, so she can't jump.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Her No Knees, because she can't jump. She has to use portals.
That's a terrible affliction.
Yes, it's horrible. But here we are. So here's a great example of, just kind of like the weird conundrums you can create. Here I am. There I am.
You can see the back of your own head.
I can see the back of my head, and I can chase myself. Here we go. Right through here, through the portals. And it's really cool. Here I am. I'll just drop through the floor and end up in the ceiling.
Now this looks like this is very much, I mean, from what we've seen of Portal, this looks like kind of the same game.
It is.
It looks like the same.
Ways.
Like they're definitely. You could tell the Valve guys saw this, said, "Oh, this is awesome."
Yeah, let's put it in the Source engine, and let's make the Source engine look even better with all this stuff they're doing with depth
So
of field.
lava turtles are friendly, but
lava turtles
landed in the lava.
Yes.
Rich, do our friends at home have questions about Narbacular?
They sure do, Ryan Davis.
What sort of questions do they have?
Our first question is from Aaron Bark in Minnesota. He says, "I'm not the greatest at puzzle games. Exactly how puzzly is Narbacular Drop?"
Some of it gets a while. You have to kind of figure out what it is. They give you some obstacle, and you're kind of like, what do I need to do? And you kind of have to go back and figure out, so that's what you need to do. It's pretty challenging in some of it. I think the only real thing right now is you really can't save it, your progress, so you have to memorize the level names, and there's a way you can just load the levels ahead of time. But
this is also really short.
Yeah.
The version of Narbacular Drop that's available for download.
This was just a student project. It's not really a full game, but it's a proof of concept. It's really interesting. You can see how the guys at Valve who love playing around with things like gravity could just see this and going, that's really cool. Let's do something with it in Half-Life.
Rich, more questions?
Sure. This is from Kenneth Aquan in Louisiana. Judging by this, can you guess, will Portal have a lot of action, or do you think it's going to be a basic puzzle game with, say, lava turtles?
It's going to be a puzzle game. It does have some gunfire. You saw that, in the trailer. You'll see like gun drones and such. It looks like you also have the ability of the gravity gun to play around. But Valve has pretty much said that this is kind of what they view a way to introduce a new form of technology. They call it disruptive. They'll toy around with it. It might be something. I mean, this isn't official, but you can just kind of imagine they might throw this into something like an episode 3 of Half-Life 2. Where, once they have the proof of concept down, toy around with it.
That is totally crazy how you just got past that. Oh
gosh!
Yeah, I see. Woo! Just open the portal, get behind it.
It's totally messing with my head just because it's like constantly changing the perspective that you have on this game.
I waited too long. Yeah.
One last question for you, Jason Ocampo.
Yes.
Zach Groves from Tumbler Ridge, Canada. Where can I download this game?
Well, I suggest Google, because I think right now, because of it's getting a lot of attention,
the actual site for this, the official site for this, is getting completely slammed. But it's not hard to Google. You can find it pretty much all over.
I know DigiPen's site is still up with it. Like their personal site for this is down, but there's like a mirror of it on DigiPen that still works.
Just go take a look.
It's like a 27 meg download.
So this is kind of just a taste of things to come.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually what the thing people kind of wonder about. We want some kind of new forms of gameplay, and this just messes with your sense of spatial orientation. It's really cool in that way.
So if you haven't at home seen the trailer for Portal yet, check it out, because we have it right here.
These simple tasks may be supplemented with insurmountable obstacles. Thanks to the Aperture Science handheld portal device, the impossible is easy. Let's look at a real-world example. Certain objects may be vital to your success. If at first you don't succeed, fail, and the test will be terminated. When stuck, remember our motto: there's a hole in the sky through which things can fly. At the Enrichment Center, we believe that a highly motivated test subject can carry out rather complex tasks while enduring the most intense pain. So in case you don't make it through the testing, goodbye. This next test is impossible.
Hey, hey. Psst, play us back, dude. That's the trailer for Portal. It's amazing what the Source engine and the muscle the folks at Valve can do to a really cool concept.
Yeah,
like
the real question is how long is it going to take someone to just make that as a mod for Prey? Because it's already got the portals in there. They're already kind of working on it.
But Portal looks a lot like happier. It's a the
exactly,
a lot,
totally.
Yeah. We'll be interested when it comes out. Hello, Brad Shoemaker.
Howdy. How's it going?
Jeff, did you know there's more than one milestone happening today?
I did not.
There are milestones.
I didn't know about the first one until
100th episode of On the Spot and Brad Shoemaker's birthday.
Whoa!
Is it really?
It's your birthday.
No way.
Yeah,
Happy
birthday,
100th birthday, Brad.
Yeah, happy 100.
Wow.
You don't look a shade over 15.
Feeling pretty
You
good.
show,
for-
yeah.
No, I'm actually 16.
Oh, yeah?
I'm actually going to the DMV right after.
Nice!
Awesome.
Congratulations, sir.
Drive us to the liquor store.
I've been practicing my parallel parking, so I think I'm feeling pretty good.
Cool. And you brought a game with you as well.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to us all. What is the game?
The game is Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins.
Awesome.
Capcom gave me a vile birthday present
Because
this game is-
as we know, a while ago, you used to have a rep for dying.
Oh.
And now we're going to make you play like the hardest
This
game
is,
around.
This is going to go poorly, isn't it?
You'll be, dude, people just want to see the game. It doesn't matter if you die or not.
Okay,
Just-
well,
yeah.
here's the game. Yeah, if you've been playing games for any number of years, you probably know Ghosts and Goblins. It's an old school Capcom side-scrolling franchise. You're Arthur, this knight, and you're basically just running left or right and killing a whole bunch of monsters and zombies and demons and whatnot. So,
And occasionally flashing some underwear.
sorry about
That's
that.
all right.
Yes. Actually, if you're familiar with the Maximo games on PS2, those are... Why does this keep happening?
Why do you keep pausing?
I'm sorry.
That's fine, dude.
I think we're having some issues here. But the Maximo games are kind of like spiritual successors to this. I mean, the guy is basically the same.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, if you play these games, you can see already they've added some stuff, like you can hang on ledges like I just did there. There's a lot more depth to this one now. Like before, it's still. Ooh, see,
There's the
now,
underwear.
now I'm in my underwear.
Yes, finally.
I should point out this is on the easiest difficulty mode. And
So what makes the game so hard? Like, it's known as being a really hard game. What does it? Is it
Well,
the...
if you played the old ones, you know what the controls feel like. Like Arthur is slightly unwieldy dude. He's a little bit hard to move around.
He's wearing a suit of armor.
Yeah, that's true.
Or he's in his underwear. Neither of which
Yeah.
are really conducive to
That is
accurate
true.
platforming.
I'll give him that.
At the same time, the nostalgia factor of this game is like through the roof.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's even got like the old classic music that you remember, different suits of armor. You know, all the little elements that you look for in a Ghosts and Goblins game are definitely here.
Ryan Davis, do you have questions for Brad on his birthday?
Yes, Brad, as you spoke of, in fact, I'm getting a ton of email from folks at home wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And Chris Gross from Arlington, Texas wants to know if there is even a classic mode included in the game.
Does he say what he means by classic exactly?
He says classic mode.
Like there's like an NES game in it.
Like, are we talking like?
Oh no. As far as I know, I mean, who knows? You know, we just got the game. Who knows what's actually hidden in here?
Yeah, it
but
seems like the sort of thing that if it wasn't there, it would only unlock after you beat it twice.
Yeah. I mean, as hard as this game is, they would make you work for any extras, but I can't say for sure that something like that is in here.
Michael Shediak from Montreal wants to know if there are any difficulty options, since this game is fairly infamous for its level of difficulty.
Thankfully, yes, but on the other hand, the easiest difficulty is still so hard.
It's like messed up, super messed up, and damn.
Yeah, that's basically how. Yeah, I mean, I think that Capcom commented to me something to the effect of that the easiest difficulty in this is equivalent to like the difficulty in the old games, basically. So this is not going to be easy, no matter how you play it.
So what have they added to the game? Have they added stuff in terms of just like, you know, new armor, new
Yes,
enemies?
there's different suits of armor you can get that have different properties. Like one suit of armor emphasizes magic power, so obviously there's also magic. You can get different spells that you pick up. The series is definitely known for having a lot of weapons, and as far as I remember, there.
Oh gosh!
That's it's happening again. As far as I know, there are more weapons in this than there ever were in the old games. There's like whips, crossbows, and all kinds of stuff.
And giant lumbering dudes that are totally going to stomp you.
Yeah, those guys are bouncing me around. There's one of the new suits of armor I was talking about. You can also pick up, or you do pick up, I should say, some special items as you progress. Like, you don't start out with a double jump, but you'll get like little wing boots or something later on that let you do a double jump. So some of those items give you new powers and stuff. There's some bombs. That's another one of the weapons.
So how long would it take someone of like, say, average, you know, gaming skill to complete this game? Never.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it can be done. I mean, I definitely was getting better as I kind of learned the enemy patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get the layout of the level and kind of figure out how to beat stuff, it gets a little bit easier. But
it looks awesome.
It does. I'm really glad to see all these 3D graphics, 2D gameplay kind of games coming out on the portables. So this is definitely another one of those nostalgia pieces.
When is this coming out on the PSP?
I believe it's out in October.
All right.
I believe. Sorry about that.
Well, then we got plenty of time to see more of it later on.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, birthday boy.
Thank you. In fact, yeah, we will have a full preview tomorrow.
We will.
Yes.
Awesome.
More video and all that fun stuff.
Be sure to come back to that. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Go to the DMV. You're out of here.
Okay.
But we're about to have another demo. Hey, Nick Lachey back there. How's it going, buddy?
Did you know Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson got divorced?
I didn't know they were married.
Get right out of town.
Dude, play something. We got another demo. Ryan Davis is standing by Greg Mueller right now. Send it over there, Alex and Bar on the drum kit.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Greg Mueller, for showing up with this import copy of Persona 3.
Sure, no
Now,
problem.
this is for the PlayStation 2. This is, I think, actually technically this is the fourth in the Persona series.
Yeah.
But it's a new RPG, and the series is known for being super bizarre.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. If you played like the Shin Megami Tensei role-playing game that came out a couple years ago, it's kind of similar themes. It explores the occult, things like that. It's very dark.
And it's all set in high school.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is like, you know, during the day, you're just an average high school student. You go to school and, you know, you keep up appearances, you chat with your friends, sleep through classes or whatever. And then during the night, you go fight these crazy demons. But really, even more bizarre than that is the way that you fight them. I'll go ahead and show you one of the basic attacks. This is how you summon your persona.
You just blew out your own brains, sir.
Exactly.
And then you summon some sort of crazy harp-wielding... I don't even know what you're fighting. What's even going on here?
I don't even know. These are just some crazy demon things.
Hey, you did it again!
I did it again, so...
So how many times do you have to smoke yourself in a given fight?
Yeah, actually, there's quite a few different times. Like, say I want to heal my guys. This is how you heal your party.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I can tell you personally, truly, that doesn't work. So now we're looking at the Japanese version of this game. I guess the first question that everyone's going to have, because this looks really crazy and personally really appealing, how important friendly is this with the disco dancing samurai schoolboy?
I would say not at all if you're planning on picking up any of the story, because like the first
you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
do you?
like the first hour of this game is entirely dialogue. So, and it's all in Japanese, so you're not really going to know what's going on in the story. But, you know, of course you can still kind of fumble your way through and get the mechanics down, because if you played an RPG before, it's really not anything too different. It's just bizarre.
So the whole like shooting yourself in the head thing, that's just kind of a clever way of doing summoning?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's just a more interesting way, I guess. And the weird thing about this game is that you don't actually have control of the other members of your party. So I'm only controlling this one character here.
Okay.
The other ones, you can kind of issue them commands, but basically...
Are you totally numb to this, Greg? Like every time I see this, I wince a little bit whenever these characters
in
are
every
shooting
single
themselves.
battle, you got to shoot yourself in the head at least half a dozen times. So, you know.
Rich, do you have any positive suicide-based questions from our viewers?
I've had to skip a few questions, but Benjamin from Belgium wants to know, why exactly is the goth kid fighting with demons? What's the story?
Well, like I said, I don't really know a lot of the story, but...
That was the safest question I could ask.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the
See,
first,
here I knocked this guy down by, each enemy has a weakness. So I knocked this guy down, and now I can basically just bum rush him with all of my guys, and then get in a fight and do
crazy
amazing
anime
damage.
clouds and stuff. This game seems to have a lot of really good style.
Yeah, and there's anime cutscenes in there that all look really cool. It's really highly
Stole my next question.
Rich, what's your next question?
It was about anime cutscenes. Yeah, Jeff.
Does the girl with the bow shoot herself in the head with the bow?
She does. She does. She is also a healer. She'll shoot herself in the head, but she holds the gun differently. She kind of puts it straight at her head.
Okay. So are the different? Is there? That's terrible. I don't even want to ask.
And then this is kind of like a 3-card Monty type of game that you get, because you get these cards to get different summons. So basically, after battle, you gotta try to follow the card and pick which one you want. And then you get the cards, you can combine them to create new summons, or new personas as they're called, and so forth. So,
excellent. Now, this looks really weird and really compelling. Is this coming to the U.S.?
Yeah, it's actually coming, so far 2007 is what we've heard. There's obviously a lot to translate and to localize,
right.
You know, hopefully they'll do a good job of that and take their time.
Now, this is the same people that have been doing the Shin Megami Tensei, the Digital Devil
Atlas
Saga.
is the publisher, yes.
So people who like those games should definitely keep a lookout for Persona 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. And do we have a preview going up on this?
Yeah, preview's going up tomorrow.
Fantastic, Greg. Thanks for coming by and showing this off. Back to the sitting set, where I believe we have monkeys.
We do. We have so many monkeys. Do you want to play? No? All right, let's do it.
I'm reeling from that game. I got nothing. I need to go to church after that.
Justin Calvert standing by with 1 million monkeys.
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing all right.
So, 1 million monkeys. Tell us about it. It's an Ape Escape game. That much I can tell by looking at it.
Yeah, so this just came out in Japan, and I only started playing this today, and I haven't actually played this level before, so forgive me if I
whatever, dude.
Do a Brad.
Oh!
Sorry, birthday boy. The thing with this one is it's a lot more combat based than. I mean, you can still catch the monkeys, but like this mission right here, I just have to destroy this huge kind of juggernaut thing that's really heavily armed. It has a few doors to go through, I think. But,
so are there monkeys at least driving the giant Optimus Prime wagon?
Yeah, there are monkeys all around me, actually. They're scared to...
There's monkeys, And everyone has lightsabers, of course?
So you have to hit them and knock their armor off before you can pull your net out and catch them.
Oh, you still have to capture them?
Yeah.
I think the truck made it. The graphics seem...
I just made it through the first gate.
Oh, okay. There's more gates. All right, cool. Now, the graphics also seem a little different. Did they tweak them at all, or? Yeah,
they've kind of... Yeah, it's kind of strange. They've got the backgrounds and stuff have a more kind of realistic look, I guess, slightly more. But then all the characters and stuff are cell shaded. So you can actually some of these vehicles you can steal them if you can knock the monkeys out, which is kind of cool.
Do it.
I'm gonna try.
Now, the Ape Escape games are known for their crazy sense of humor and awesome cutscenes. Are those here? Is that still here?
This game has some. I haven't seen many cutscenes mid-game, but I've seen 3 intro movies that are all really good.
That'll count.
Including a live-action thing of a Donna Summer cover.
Awesome.
Staged somewhere in Japan. which I think hopefully we have that up on the site by now, because
if we don't, we will see.
It's very special.
That sounds pretty bad.
It's like,
Well, you keep trying to take down this truck. Ryan Davis, do you have any questions for
A ton
Justin
of
Calvert
questions.
here?
Randy from New York City wants to know, does this game compare with the other Ape Escape games? I think he means, how does this game compare with the other Ape Escape games?
just that it's much more combat based, and although I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, there's apparently there's like 4-player battle modes, and I think there's some kind of survival mode with like 40 stages or something. So
Awesome.
it looks like there are about 4 or 5 different playable characters selectable from the start as well.
More questions, Ryan Davis?
Andrew LaCroix from Ottawa wants to know, how many monkeys do you get to play as? Now, this is my understanding, is that the monkeys fight back, correct?
Oh yeah, they're just as well armed as you are now, and actually when I started the story mode, it looked like you could actually play as Spectre, or maybe there's like some kind of mode where you play as the monkeys, but I haven't had time to check that out yet.
This is like the biggest boss in the history of monkey games.
I know, isn't it ridiculous?
Yes, it is ridiculous.
And I'm armed with this not lightsaber.
It's a stun club thing.
Like,
Sure it is.
I want a monkey tanker truck.
More questions, Ryan Davis? Monkey. Is this game import friendly, Justin? If people can't wait for Million Monkeys to come to the United States?
I mean, it's coming out here and in Europe, it's kind of Q4, so it's not too long to wait. But yeah, so far it seems reasonably import friendly. Once you get through the menus and get the game started, they kind of flash up which buttons you need to press. Like if you get monkeys in mechs and that kind of thing, and if you manage to knock one out of the mech, it'll tell you which buttons you need to press to climb into it. And
Have you seen any more Metal Gear monkey action?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No, not yet.
I don't think they bring that back, unless they bring in mechs with meat legs or something. a rated monkey.
I saw those guys.
Yeah.
Mechs with meat legs rocks.
Ryan Davis, last question.
Nope.
Ryan Davis,
I'm failing over here. I'm
killing
sorry.
your father. Well, thank you for the demo, Justin. There will be a
Not a
preview on the
problem.
site shortly, next week-ish.
Sometime next week, early next week.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Now, you don't get to play jumps to this. I mean,
No.
Sorry. But actually, as you know, there have been 100 episodes of On the Spot. So one of our new interns, Aaron, took it upon himself to create a video montage for us, looking back through the years.
Had to go back and watch that's
Yeah, he did. Poor guy.
right on.
Yeah, but some of the episodes, some of the older episodes, we didn't really make them downloadable right away, so it'll be interesting to see what clips he pulls.
Yeah.
It's the best of On the Spot. Check it out.
In that spirit, we're happy to announce 2 new inalienable rights for gamers. On this day, let it be known that all gamers will have free and unfettered access to all video content on your spot.
I mean, I came in at 9 o'clock, and this is where I ended up.
Hi, my name is Matt Lloyd, and I'm here today to tell you about the greatest outdoors inspired by 1980s video games ever. Iron Ages was written by Brian Gibson and features 70 artists who have painted and sculpture filling more than 150 pages. You two, on the spot. Woo! Happy birthday, America! In honor of the best games of lucky in the 230 years young country, the world has games of flying games. They want the leaders, contractors, fighting, guitars, and explosions, and explosions. Games like games that inspire the music and the movie around the other to share your interest and passions. Build collections, workshops, create friendships, track games, perform posters, and type of music and the natural. That's why your kids are highly as well as just using the site, giving you the chance for new weapons, rewards, and privileges and lots of years of fun. With that, and experience the closer of freedom and independence with gamers everywhere, but on-the-spot challenges again.
And there it is. Ow! Do it again. It's cool, dude. Thank you. That was, there it was, the best on the spot. Thank you, Aaron, for putting that together. A lot of great memories, Jeff Gerstmann.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it.
Well, you didn't really remember the regular until like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
I only started watching the show once I started being on it. So.
Like watching that, I was expecting like Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye, and like we're like, yep, that's it. We're not doing the show anymore. But
there's another 100 to go.
Yeah, totally another 100 to go.
So, yeah.
Well, GameSpotting kind of kicked it after 100. You know, Let's GameSpot only made it up into the 70s. We're shooting for 200 of this.
Yeah.
Easy. Every Thursday, live here on the spot with you.
Like Time Triders only made it to like
37 seasons. Yeah, I forget. So. But standing by right now, Ryan Davis.
I got a knife.
Very special surprise. What is it, sir?
I've got this big knife that they've given me.
What's in the box, man?
I've got also this big pink box that that has a commemorative. Let's see if we can tilt this up for the camera to see. On the spot, 100th episode cake, which we're going to cut up now. And
wait, we'll get another shot of that before. What's it say there?
It says on the spot. It says happy 100th episode on the spot. This cake is for on the spot.
That's awesome. Let's give it away.
All right.
No, let's eat it.
We'll give it away to ourselves.
You cut that up. If anyone from the crew back there has some free hands and wants to come out on camera and grab some cake from Ryan Davis, you go right ahead.
We're going to cut up this cake real bad.
It's your time in the sun here, except the people who still have to do so. Frank, grab some cake, dude. Tim, grab some cake. It's all right.
Rich, don't you have something to give away?
No, we don't have anything to give away.
Oh, okay.
But I do have an announcement about next week's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here.
What?
Yeah, I'm going on vacation. But that's not the announcement. I'm going to leave the show in your guys' hands.
Okay.
You, Ryan Davis, Ryan McDonald, Alex Navarro, Tim Tracy. You guys do whatever you want. Have fun. Go crazy. But I only ask that you do this one thing for me next week.
All right.
Let John Tam bring Guitar Hero 2 onto the show.
I don't know, dude. I got some play.
Guitar Hero 2.
Okay.
On the show. New Guitar Hero 2. New
Really?
Guitar Hero 2. Yes, new Guitar Hero stuff. You remember last time Guitar Hero 1, when they were here, and they gave away some pretty swank loot?
Yeah.
Do you remember they gave away like copies of the game and like
tickets
huge
over to
Logitech
Sandy.
speakers? Apparently, there are huge prizes coming with them as well.
Really?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yeah. And
They can come then.
I know, and I think since I'm not going to be watching, it's not going to be here. I'm going to enter. I can do that. I think I can do that. Is that for Jeff?
Officially legal.
Cool. Awesome. Have some cake.
I'm gonna try this cake now.
Ooh, sweet.
Alex, you got some cake?
Yeah, I got me some cake over here.
Cake. Anyone want some cake? Anyone else want some cake back there? Plenty of cake to go around.
I love that the viewers just get to watch us eat cake.
Yeah.
now.
Well, that's what really On the Spot's all about. Is just hanging out.
Cake is very good.
Eat cake. Yeah.
This is a tasty cake.
I think that's gonna do it. Do we have any other announcements we want to make about the show or stuff? No. Stuff going up on the site anytime soon. I know what we have to mention.
What?
Remember last week we released GameSpot our first video content on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yes, we did. Or Marketplace.
Xbox Live Arcade Marketplace. Xbox Live Marketplace. There's more coming.
More coming.
There's more coming. So stay tuned. I believe this week or this weekend, sometime soon, another GameSpot video will be attacking the Xbox Live Marketplace. It will be free.
Nice.
To get it. If you're looking for it, just go. If you have the Xbox, first thing the Xbox 360.
That helps.
Got to be online. You can use the free silver stuff for this, right?
Yeah, definitely. You don't need a paid gold account for it.
Nah. So if you can get online with the Xbox 360, go to Xbox Live Marketplace, go to Media and Entertainment, and newest releases. You'll see GameSpot right there.
Yeah, we have our own section on there.
Download it.
It's serious business.
Stupid huge HD, so the download might take you a while, but it will look mighty nice.
Yeah.
Mighty nice.
Mighty nice.
Mighty nice. I think that's going to do it for this show. Ryan Davis, Brad Shoemaker.
Oh, man,
thanks, guys.
Is totally destroying this cake.
Happy birthday, Brad.
Happy birthday.
We'd like to thank the crew for doing a wonderful job as well. They always do a great job here. You guys are going to have a lot of fun for the next 2 weeks. I'll be watching from the beach.
Oh. No, you won't.
No,
right near the beach.
No.
You got some kind of future wireless technology or something you could watch from the beach,
not
right?
the beach I'm going to be at.
All
But
right.
hey, Alex Navarro.
Yeah.
Do you want to send us home?
I can probably do that. Why don't you do your outro, and then I'll cut in after that.
I'd like to thank you all for watching this very special 100th episode of On the Spot, and we'll see you for the next 100. Alex Navarro and the Joke Kid, take us home.
This is for you, Tim Tracy.
Hey, the rest.